Hey, Shalom, Shalom. First off, I'd like to say, call Allah, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shah, Bahashim, Rakakwadash. I'd like to give double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who taught me. Also would like to say peace, blessings, and salutations to the elect, the Akim that's pushing this word in all sincerity and faith throughout the four corners of the earth. For the Akwat, the sisters who watch and believe, Shalom to you as well. Shalom to the new fruit, the new believers, the new viewership coming into this faith. Just back with another quick lesson. And one of my favorite scriptures in the Bible, I'm here in Acts the 17th chapter, and it just goes into the story or the narrative of the church of Berea and how they received the word when the apostle Paul and Silas was sent forth to teach them. And pretty much they come in the same state as we are today, as we here in Great Babylon, America. We would be considered Gentiles who woke up to this truth, because most of us, even though by the seed and nationality we're Israelites, we weren't groomed from birth into the ways and the culture of being Israelites, meaning, speaking Hebrew, keeping the high holy days. We were basically assimilated to American culture. But the beautiful thing is that whether it be we seen, the apostles, the elders, or certain brothers who came up under the teachings of the apostles and elders of Great Millstone on the highways and the byways, whether we seen them on the YouTube videos, we were basically a part of that great awakening. I know I was, the first time I heard this word was around 2008. And I think at that time, YouTube had only been up like 2 years. I think YouTube came out in 2006. But the point being made, there were men teaching. And I know the doctrine, to me, when I first heard it, it resonated with my spirit, even though I didn't really understand why they may have used so-called harsh language, why they spoke with the conviction that they spoke with, and calling the self-proclaimed nation of white people the devil, so on and so forth. But the thing to where you get the true understanding is when I used to take notes. I used to have my Bible out. I would write out the scriptures and the precepts that I would hear, the apostles and the elders quote while they were speaking. And then over time, you just establish your belief to make you want to really come into this thing for yourself. So that's the same mindset that all of us have to have. I know the Apostle Gabar, he told us years ago, we can't be parrots in this thing. Of course, there's certain men that are set up to teach you, but you got to want this thing for yourself. And they even hold themselves accountable. They always say, man, don't just believe what we say. Go back and check for yourself. And that's the spirit we have to have, man. Just being men of diligence and prudence. But before I ramble on, I'm going to read here in Acts 17 and 10. I'm going to just hit the point. It says, and the brethren immediately sent away Paul and Silas by night unto Berea, who coming thither went into the synagogue of the Jews. These were more noble than those in Thessalonica, if I'm pronouncing that right, Thessalonica, and that they received the word with all readiness of mind and searched the scriptures daily whether those things were so. So the church of Berea, is talking about that they were considered more noble than the church of Thessalonica, and the fact that they received the word with all readiness of mind. And the key thing is they searched the scriptures daily whether those things were so. So they wanted to verify themselves the things that Paul and Silas, if they were true. So that's the right spirit to be in, man. It's not that we, just don't trust, our teachers, but a good student is always going to go back and double check and qualify things for themselves. And that's the spirit that we have to have, man. And matter of fact, that just leads me to my next scripture. All right. Romans 14:5. It says, one man esteemeth one day above another. Another esteemeth every day alike. Here's the point. It says, let every man be fully persuaded in his own mind. So we can go out and cast debate, which debate is this truth. But it's up to you. And I'm talking about the Israelites, who are paying attention, whether you've seen brothers preaching on the highways and the byways, whether you've caught these YouTube videos, man, it's up to you to be fully persuaded in your own mind that this is the truth, man. And how do you get fully persuaded in your own mind? You know, get you a Bible, a 1611 King James Bible, you know, go through the precepts that you hear the brothers bringing out and study those scriptures, man. And we even use, you know, tools like the Blue Letter, which is it's an online concordance to look up words, to get a deeper level of understanding of the scriptures, man. Okay. So you gotta study, basically. That's the whole point being made. And you gotta get and of course it's that process like it talks about in Revelation, the 3rd chapter. Yahweh Shai, he has to sup with you. Okay. Meaning the Lord has to basically open up your mind to really receive this thing, man. If you're a part of the elect, of course, but that comes through a process of study. Okay. Like, we can't do that part for you. All we can do, you know, starting, of course, with the apostles, the bishops, the elders, the men throughout the order of Great Millstone, we can only give you the word, but it's up to you to become fully persuaded in your own mind that this is the truth, man. That you believe that Yahweh Shai died and he rose from the dead. And that process, of course, of belief and faith, it comes through study. All right. And I'll go ahead and get the next scripture. Got to shake the dust off this one. I haven't read it in a while. Is it 3? All right. I think it's 2. Yep. This is 2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 15. It says, study to show thyself approved unto the Most High, a workman that needeth not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth. So you got to study the scriptures, man. Even though I've been in the truth, you know, going on like 14 years or whatever the case may be, even our apostles and elders, you know, who've been in the truth 30 plus years, you can tell they're in the spirit to continually study. OK, because this word is living water, man. This is a living document, the Bible. So there's always going to be things that you can pick up and just add to a deeper level of understanding through the process of studying, you know, just going back over the precepts, studying certain words, you know, going precept upon precept, line upon line, you know, because the Bible is not a Harlequin novel. It's a certain way that the Bible is supposed to be broke down and it's supposed to be taught. And of course, you have to have teachers, like it tells you when you read in Romans, the 10th chapter. But you got to study this thing, man. And especially if you're going to be want to be equipped and armed to be out on the highways and the byways, teaching and dealing, even just reading for a brother. If a brother's speaking, you know, through the process of study, you know what precepts to add to his talking points, you know, just to keep the sermon going. So brothers need to be studying, man, you know, and that goes, of course, for young men, especially because you're still being sealed into this faith. Your belief and your faith is being sealed. But even men that have been in this thing for a while, we got to continually study the scriptures, man. All right. Because we're not going to fully have this thing until we're in the new covenant, like these guys been talking about lately, when the prophecy in Jeremiah 31 and 31 is come to pass, when we have the law, statutes and commandments, basically when we have this word in our inward parts, to where we're no longer going to have to pick up a Bible. You know, the word is going to be within us, and it is already within us to a certain extent, but we still have to study to keep ourselves sharp. But I'm going to go to another precept. This is John, the 5th chapter. Yeah, this is John, the 5th chapter. And I'm going to start at the 39th verse. It says, search the scriptures, for in them ye have Salaki. It says, search the scriptures, for in them ye think ye have eternal life, and they are they that testify of me. So you got to search the scriptures, man. That's the point being made, man. You got to study the scriptures. Reading is fundamental. Matter of fact, because that keeps you on a level as well, man. That keeps you sharp, you know. And right now we're in a time where Satan, he's coming with all different types of demonic devices trying to trap us up. We got to stay sharp. The way to stay sharp is to stay rooted in this word through the process of study, through reading. OK, Because, of course, brothers, we want to watch the videos and all of that stuff, too. And, of course, prayer has to be at the forefront of what we're doing. But we just got to get back to the hardcore foundation of just studying. And that process comes through reading. OK. But this is Revelation 1:3. It says, blessed is he that readeth. So the scripture says, blessed is he that readeth, because that's how the Most High opens up your mind. That's how the Most High, through his son, Yahawashi, sups with you so you can get a deeper understanding of the scriptures. You got to read, man. Even Esau, I remember back in the 90s, especially, you know, they used to pump, you know, reading is fundamental, you know, but reading is fundamental, man. They even used to say years ago, the best way to hide something from a so-called black person is to put it in a book, because niggas don't read. OK, but now, you know, we've been given a whole new motivation to read, man. We've been given the truth of who we are as a nation, you know, knowing that we're the Israelites, knowing that we actually have a nationality, knowing that our Father, the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, and his only begotten Son, Yahawashi, you know, was set up to deliver us. And I'm talking about Yahawashi. And we have promises that our forefathers were given, starting with Abraham, that fell on Isaac and his son Jacob and the 12 tribes. So we have a great legacy that we've walked into, man. So that should compel you to want to read about your history, because when we read the Bible, man, we're reading our history. Of course, we're reading our laws, statutes, commandments. OK, this is our book. OK, so you want to get into this thing, man. Just like the spirit of the Bereans, like I started off, it says they search the scriptures and they receive the word with all readiness of mind. So we got to have a zeal to get in this book, man. You know, we should be very enthusiastic about reading the Bible and searching the scriptures and studying, man. You know, getting a deeper level of a breakdown or something, man. You know, but I'll read this again. Revelation 1:3, it says, blessed is he that readeth, and they that hear the words of this prophecy, and keep those things which are written therein, for the time is at hand. And man, that is a cold scripture right there. I'll read it again. Blessed is he that readeth. And it says, and they that hear the words of this prophecy. And here's the most important part. It says, and keep those things which are written therein. Because wisdom is a principal thing, therefore get wisdom. But with all that getting, get understanding. That's what it says in Proverbs. OK, so the fact that we've just got this knowledge, man, you know, that's wise. But when you actually applying what you're reading and learning from the scriptures to your life, that's when you gain understanding through your course of experience, man. OK, and these things are mightily important because, like it just says here, for the time is at hand. What time is at hand? The day of the Lord is at hand, man. The day of the destruction of Babylon the Great is at hand. The time of the deliverance of the elect of the children of Israel is at hand. So we want to make sure that we hold fast to the faithful word until Yahawashi comes to deliver us, man. So I know even, you know, periodically, brothers, even within our church here, Great Millstone Dallas, brothers put reading assignments up, you know, just encouraging each other to read, because it's important, man. We got to stay locked into the scriptures. You know, because in this flesh, sometimes, you know, lazy demons, you know, whatever the case may be, it could differ from brother to brother. But right now it's time to really lock into this thing, man, and just stay sharp about our belief in our faith, man, and that we're able to give an answer to those that come up, especially on the highways and the byways that come with false doctrines, man. Matter of fact, what's that scripture? I think it says, let me see if I can find it. Let me see if I can find that scripture. I was thinking of it. Yup. I'll read this and I'll end out the short lesson. This is because this is another great reason to always stay sharp in the scripture, stay studying, stay reading. OK, because we on the highways and the byways. We're on the battlefield, man. A lot of people may want to come up in that spirit of debate. They feel that what they've learned through Christianity or Islam or whatever the case may be is the truth. But we're saying, nah, all of that's wrong, man. What we're standing on is the truth. But through that process of study, we can confidently, you know, show our belief, man. It says, I'm going to read this. 1 Peter 3:15. It says, but sanctify the Lord power in your hearts, and be ready always to give an answer to every man that asketh you a reason of the hope that is in you with meekness and fear. So that's the main reason why it's important to always be in the scriptures, always studying, always reading, so we can be prepared and always ready to give an answer, man. Okay. So the Lord, man, it's a lot of beautiful things happening right now. And we want to make sure we stay locked in. And one of the easiest ways to just stay locked in close to the campfire, so to speak, is to stay engaged in this word, man. Okay. So this is exhortation for the body, and then even exhortation for myself, man. We all could read more, you know, even brothers who are locked in good standing. You know, it's always something that needs to be covered, because we're not perfected yet until Yahweh Shah returns to deliver us and our bodies are changed. So it's always something to address right now, man. You know, we don't got it all covered yet. You know, even our apostles and our bishop elders, you know, they're in the spirit fervently to push videos and study and do this work, because they understand that, man. They understand that concept. It's always something new to learn, you know, and that's really a trait of a wise person, understanding that they don't know everything and that there's always something new to learn. So with all being said, Lord willing, this edified, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shah, Bahashim Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom, peace and blessings to the elect.